When I was a kid, along these mangroves, there were a lot of fish. More fish than you could ever think about.
Jamaica, the birthplace of reggae music, is one of the Caribbean islands most prone to coastal flooding and hurricanes. Climate change has caused the degradation of key ecosystems, loss of habitat for plant and animal species, and threatens the lives and livelihoods of locals who are dependent on their environment. The Resilient Islands Initiative promotes the sustainable use of marine habitats to adapt to climate change and reduce disaster risks for coastal communities in the Caribbean.
For a community like Old Harbour Bay that is very, very vulnerable, mangrove ecosystems provide significant protection for that community. So the mangroves provide risk reduction benefit, but also livelihood enhancement benefits as well.
This is the Thompson Pen Salina in Old Harbour Bay, Jamaica, one of the Resilient Islands project sites. The Salina has an area the size of about 2 football fields and was known for its rich biodiversity, attracting flamingos and other birds during their migratory seasons. In the past, residents harvested salt from the area during the dry season. That was when its mangrove stock prospered. But with the passage of consecutive major hurricanes combined with harmful human practices, the mangroves have been in decline, resulting in devastating floods and damage to the area's ecosystem.
So in the case of the Salinas area, we recognize that once we restore this hydrology, the area would naturally regenerate by itself. So then we won't have that flooding that is taking place. And that huge volume of siltation that is being washed out to the coral reefs is also going to be reduced if we're able to restore those mangrove stock.
You have the black mangroves that protect the silt from washing into the streams or the ocean. The red mangroves protect the environment so that fishes can breed, hatch, and survive in these mangroves.
Old Harbour Bay is a coastal community. It's one of the largest fishing villages in Jamaica. So the economy of the persons are largely dependent upon the ecosystem.
85% of us depend upon it directly, and the other 15 either indirectly, but there is some means of attachment to fishing.
Our work involves empowering communities. Together we assessed their vulnerabilities and risks and co-created with them a set of nature-based and other solutions that support their livelihoods and well-being, such as the installation of the solar light system at the fish market.
That is our employment. That is our industry. When it comes 5:30, everybody has to be packing up and going. Because of the solar lights, people are able to do more vending, which is preparing their fish, selling their fish, scraping their fish. They can stay out later because there are lights.
So it's important to engage the community because they are living in the community. They have been here for years. Their ancestors have been here. The community see the need for the natural ecosystems and they want to preserve it because they want to actually keep living in Old Harbour Bay.
So under the Resilient Islands project, a lot of what we do is capacity building, community engagement. So our discussions and assessments and sharing of knowledge, it goes beyond the community itself. It's not just adults, it's youth as well. And it's important for us to bring the information into the schools, into the churches and into the homes because they now understand the importance and that their living and their existence is dependent upon that symbiotic relationship with nature.
Right, so it's really the community working together to build a more resilient Jamaica, really being pioneers towards the integration of climate change adaptation and the nature-based solutions in overall disaster risk reduction by weaving ecosystems into existing laws and policies for a more resilient island.
So as we go along, getting more educated into the ecosystem, it will also help us to adapt and to change and to rearrange our life and our livelihood for the future to come.